and welcome to Future Former Fatties Food Forum, or as we like to call it, the purpose of this food forum is to help fatties like myself become non-fatties. And we're doing this through eating better because, let's admit it, we're not going to exercise, right? So today we're going to try two foods. We're going to try two different soups. One is the Target branded organic tomato basil, Simply Balanced. It's their house brand. And we're going to try that against the Campbell's organic sun-ripened tomato basil. Now, the main difference between these two is calories. The Target brand has 90 calories a serving, and the Campbell's has 150 calories a serving. But we all know the little trick they play, so there are 2 servings per container. Now, I'm no math wizard. Well, I'm not. But that brings this total for the Campbell's to 300 calories, because let's face it, it's soup. We're going to eat the whole thing. This one, at 90 calories a serving, is much better because that makes it, hold on, here's a little math, 180 calories. So this one, if you consume the whole box, will be 180 calories. If you consume this whole box of soup, it'll be 300 calories. So this one technically is better for you, but the proof will be in how good they taste. So if this one tastes good, this will be the one you go for. If this one tastes good, you might consider it, but remember, it's more calories. So let's try them out and see what happens.
Up first today in the kitchen taste test is the Target branded Simply Balanced Tomato Basil Soup, coming in at 90 calories a serving.
All right, it's out of the microwave. First impressions here in the kitchen is it smells about like what you would expect out of a tomato soup. A little tomatoey, a little basil-y. Consistency is, I would say, a little creamy, but mostly watery. Got some tomato chunks. I'm not a huge fan of tomato chunks, so we'll see how that tastes and makes it taste. Just a reminder, this is the Simply Balanced. It's the Target branded organic tomato basil soup. So let's try a little bit here and see how this works out. I hope it's not disgusting because I didn't bring any of the buckets along to spit the used soup into, but I do have some cold water here to wash it down in case it's horrible. So let's find out, shall we? First taste impressions, it's pretty good. A little watery. Doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. Normally I will add pepper to a soup like this, or maybe a little bit of low-fat cheese, but I wanted to have it, a pure virgin taste test of this particular soup. So we'll see. It's not bad. It's not bad. A little watery. Flavor's pretty good. About what you would expect. I would probably spice it up a little bit myself if I were having it normally without being a taste test. So now we have to try the other soup. I'm going to do that tomorrow for my lunch, and we will see how these two soups stack up. So far, for the 90 calories a serving Simply Balanced Target branded tomato basil soup, I would say it's fair, but we can't make a full comparison until tomorrow, so let's time travel and see what that soup tastes like.
Next up is Campbell's Organic Sun-Ripened Tomato Basil, clocking in at 150 calories a serving.
All right, everybody, another day, another soup here in the kitchen. Just a reminder, this soup is the Campbell's Organic Sun-Ripened Tomato Basil. This one clocked in at 150 calories a serving, so the entire box is in here, so that's 300 calories, as opposed to the other soup, which was 90 calories a serving, clocking in at 180 calories for an entire bowl. So let's see if the extra calories are worth it, and see if the soup tastes any good. First of all, let's take a look at what the soup looks like. It's a little creamier than the other soup. Both of them aren't quite as creamy, I think, as they claim to be. It also has more tomato chunks. Again, not a fan of huge tomato chunks, but there seem to be a bit less in this one than there were in the other one. So now, let's buckle down and see what the soup tastes like. I think this one tastes a little better. Not quite as watery, a little more flavorful. I don't know, it's going to be a pretty close battle. Okay, all right. I think I've made my decision. Let's check out the winner.
So which will it be in the first ever taste-off? Well, it comes down to two things: calories versus taste. One tastes better, one is better for you. But ultimately, if it doesn't taste good, you're probably not going to eat it. So with a few more calories, this week's winner is Campbell's Organic Sun-Ripened Tomato Basil.
All right, everybody, that's it for the inaugural episode of Future Former Fatty's Food Forum, or as we like to call it. And if you do like this episode of this show, click like, and if you want to, maybe subscribe. And if you don't like us, tell us about it in the comments. Say something like, "Hey Mark, we don't like watching fat guys put food in their mouths. It's just gross." Or don't. Maybe be nice, polite. Constructive criticism, always welcome. And if you're going to talk about this on social media with your friends, be sure to use the hashtag. That's hashtag 5Fs for Future Former Fatty's Food Forum. Until next time, remember... What was I going to say?